Great people, this is James. Welcome to Self-Made Finance, where we teach you to be your own finance manager. In a layman's language, we give you the basic financial management skills that you need to take hold of your finances. Today, I'm starting a series on retirement planning. And the first thing I'm going to be talking about is why retirees in Ghana struggle during retirement. So I'm going to have a series of about 8 videos that's going to span like 2 months, looking at the time periods from which I post my videos. I post videos every week, so it means that I'm going to use 2 months to deal with this topic of retirement planning. But today I'm talking about why retirees in Ghana struggle, and I know you're going to like it. Welcome back to Self-Made Finance, where we teach you to be your own finance manager. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, hit the notification bell so that anytime we drop a video, you can have it. So like I said, we're talking about why retirees or people on retirement struggle financially in Ghana, or basically Africa. And the first reason is that we don't have robust pension schemes. So there's system error, in our part of the world where everybody is left to his or her fate, so you need to do things on your own. The systems are not working to favor pensioners, and so if you want to depend on the system, if you want to depend on just net, and you're going to struggle. So the systems that we have are not working in our favor, so you need to work on your own. You need to do things on your own, invest on your own to be able to get yourself up financially during retirement. So one of the reasons is that systems are not working here. There are errors in the system, and so if you want to depend on that system alone, you're going to struggle just like any other pensioner struggling out there. The next reason pensioners struggle during retirement is that they fail to prepare for that period. So they fail to realize that no matter what you do, you're going to get to that time. They fail to realize that irrespective of what you're doing in your active years, there's going to be a time that you cannot work again. There's going to be a time that you cannot bring in the kind of money that you're bringing in now. So you need to prepare for that time. So a lot of people don't want to hear about pension, but that's a fact of life. No matter who you are, no matter what you do, that time is definitely going to come. And it depends on every other person. You could even come tomorrow if something happens and you cannot work again. So it's something that we need to come to the realization and start working on. But a lot of people fail to do that. And so when the time comes that they are caught in the net. That's why we see a lot of hardworking people, a lot of people who made a lot of money in their active years, but when it gets to that time, they resort to the public for support. That is not to say that everybody that comes for support is somebody who didn't plan, but then a lot of people don't plan towards their retirement, and so when it gets to that time, they are caught in the net. So one reason, or the next reason I'm talking about, is that they fail to prepare. So please, if you don't want to be in that situation, start preparing now. Thirdly, there is too much expectation on their children. A lot of people who are taking care of their children, they are taking their children to the best schools, in the country or probably in the world, with the expectation that when they grow up, they're going to take care of us. That's very beautiful. That's a very thoughtful thing that anybody can do. But there's no guarantee that those kids are going to get to the point where they can take care of you the way you want it. There's no guarantee. Even though I believe it's our responsibility as parents to take care of our kids that way, it is not their responsibility. It's not mandatory that they should come and take care of you the way you want them to take care of you. The situations, the economy, things can even get to the point where they cannot even feed themselves. So how do they take care of you? So I'm not saying that they shouldn't take care of you, but the situations could get bad to the extent that they can't even do that. So what are you going to do? So we need to lessen the expectation we have of our children when it comes to taking care of us in our retiring years, so that we can build that kind of life for ourselves where we can take care of ourselves even if our children cannot. So when we are lucky to have our children doing that for us, then glory be to God. But once we are not able to get them, we can still take care of ourselves. So please, let's lessen the expectation that we have for our children to come and take care of us, and making start preparing for that time so that we don't get caught in the net. The next reason pensioners struggle is financial illiteracy. A lot of people lack knowledge in financial management, personal financial management. We can say that general literacy is on the rise, but we don't see that corresponding increase in financial literacy, because we don't teach financial literacy in school, we don't teach at home, so people grow up thinking about making money, and that's all they need, but once they make the money, managing it becomes a problem. But let's note that it's not all about making money. Making money is just a little aspect of financial literacy. It looks like our concentration is on making money, but once we make the money, managing becomes a problem, and so we always get back to square one. So we need to get a complete package of financial literacy. We need to understand savings. We need to understand investment, the basics of investment. We need to understand retirement planning. We need to understand inflation and the impact on our lives. We need to understand savings. Like I said, you need to understand interest rate and the impact on our lives. So we need to get the complete package. All these financial concepts and what it means to our lives, and multiple streams of income, what it means and what we can do to get these things. So it's a complete package that we need to invest our time and money in, but we don't do that. We don't think about making the money, and then once you make the money, we spend everything because we lack the knowledge in some of these things. So it's very important that if you want to really be somebody who is able to plan your retirement very well, and then you need to understand these things and how you can apply them to your life. Finally, inflation. Inflation, our part of the world, is insane. Inflation is above 30%. It means that whatever money you have, during retirement, on yearly basis, it's losing its value by 30% and over, and that's crazy. So if you don't know these things and the impact on your life, then if you're planning your retirement, you're able to put those funds in the right assets that will not be affected by inflation, or even if they are affected, they also have their ways of compensating for all that. So inflation is just crazy. This is something you can do anything about, but what you can do is to understand these things, its impact on your investment, its impact on you when you get to retirement, and then how you can plan so that you can compensate for some of these losses. So please, it's very important that we take our finances serious so that we can get things well during retirement. So you see, these are some of the reasons a lot of people are struggling at old age during retirement. But the good news is there's something you can do about it, and you can start now. It's not too late, even though maybe you've not started. It's not too late for you to start. Like I said, I'm going to have a series on retirement planning. So this is just the first one. I'm going to talk about what you're going to do to get your retirement right. What you can do to plan your retirement well. Things you need to avoid. If you want to plan your retirement well. Things you need to stop doing once you get to retirement. I have a whole lot of things that I'm going to talk about retirement planning. But for now, enjoy this. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Self-Made Finance. God bless you.